3 small steps for a man, a giant leap for cybersecurity. Often we are in a hurry to download something for free, respond to an urgent email, grant access permissions to an app, or connect to a Wi-Fi network. Hold on. Are you reacting or are you thinking and acting? What happens when you click on something malicious? Data like your personal information, your contact list, may be stolen from your devices. Malware may enter business networks through personal devices and infect the network. Cybercriminals may gain access to business networks through backdoors and gain access to data. Next time, before you click, pause, think, and that one extra moment makes a big difference. Immediately delete suspicious emails from your inbox. Choose a secure Wi-Fi hotspot to connect. Always contact the help desk for their assistance, and do not grant unnecessary permissions for apps. Remember to always pause, think, and act.
Do you sanitize before using the internet? Well, this is a question that you do need to ask yourself, especially if you are an SME. This is a conversation that we're having today on cyber hygiene, with a special focus on why it's important for the small, medium enterprises. My name is Stephanie Yatta, and this is Take on Tech. SMEs contribute 40% to Kenya's GDP and comprise 98% of businesses in the country. This, in combination with limited funds for cybersecurity and IT resilience, makes them a prime target for cybercriminals. Cyber hygiene is crucial for small and medium-sized enterprises in Kenya, as it helps protect sensitive information, maintain business continuity, and safeguard against cyber threats. It is fundamental for the overall health and resilience of SMEs. By adopting and consistently practicing good cybersecurity habits, SMEs can protect their assets, reputation, and the trust of their clients and partners in an increasingly digital and interconnected business landscape. SMEs often handle sensitive customer and business data. Cyber hygiene, therefore, helps protect this information from unauthorized access, ensuring the confidentiality and integrity of data, as well as maintaining business continuity by minimizing the impact of such incidents. Recovering from a cyber attack can be expensive, hence preventing financial losses associated with data breaches, legal consequences, and the cost of restoring compromised systems is key. Any security breach can damage an SME's reputation. Customers and partners are more likely to trust businesses that prioritize cybersecurity, as it demonstrates a commitment to protecting their interests and data. In an interconnected business environment, clients and partners often prefer working with companies that demonstrate robust cybersecurity practices. Good cyber hygiene can serve as a competitive advantage, especially when dealing with security-conscious stakeholders. SMEs are also often targeted by cybercriminals for financial fraud. Cyber hygiene measures such as secure online transactions protect against payment fraud and financial losses. Clients are more likely to trust SMEs that handle their data responsibly. Establishing and maintaining trust is crucial for client loyalty and long-term business relationships. In an effort to empower SMEs in Kenya on cyber hygiene, KicToNet, in collaboration with KPMG and the ICT Authority with support from UKAID, have been implementing a joint project to promote cyber hygiene awareness in Kenya, targeting small and medium-sized enterprises. The partners convened a one-day cyber hygiene awareness workshop that targeted 80 participants drawn from various SMEs in Kenya. The primary goal of the workshop was to raise awareness about cyber hygiene practices among small and medium-sized enterprises in Kenya. Through enhanced cyber hygiene awareness, the SMEs adopt best practices to minimize security risks and lead to a more informed and security-conscious user base, which contributes to their overall security. Improved cybersecurity ensures that SMEs are well informed about cyber hygiene practices and the potential risks they face online through cyber attacks and data breaches. By expanding the training of trainers on cyber hygiene and equipping them with the necessary knowledge and skills to further disseminate the training to businesses that use IT-based infrastructure, there will be more widespread adoption of stronger overall cybersecurity posture. SMEs are encouraged to conduct regular training sessions to educate employees about cybersecurity risks, phishing attacks, and the importance of strong passwords. Raise awareness about the potential consequences of sharing sensitive information and clicking on suspicious links. Use strong authentication by implementing multi-factor authentication to add an extra layer of security beyond just passwords. The employees are encouraged to use strong, unique passwords for their accounts. Regularly update softwares to ensure that all operating systems, software, and applications are up to date with the latest security patches. Regularly update antivirus and anti-malware software, and also regularly backup important data and ensure that the backups are stored in a secure and separate location. You can also establish a data recovery plan in case of a cyber incident, ensuring quick restoration of critical systems. And lastly, use firewalls to protect the network from unauthorized access. And educate employees about the risks associated with using unsecured public Wi-Fi networks. By implementing these cyber hygiene practices, SMEs in Kenya can significantly reduce the risks of cyber threats and protect their valuable information and business operations. It's important to stay vigilant, adapt to emerging threats, and continuously educate employees on cybersecurity best practices.
Welcome to the interview section of Tip on Tip. In today's program, we are speaking with Andy Chadwick, who is the head of Africa Cyber Network, UKAID. Welcome to the program, Andy.
Thank you, Grace. Good to be here.
Now, Andy, you have been, UKAID has been supporting cyber hygiene work in Africa, and especially in Kenya. Why is that so?
We've been running the Africa Cyber Program here in Kenya, and before that the Digital Access Program for the last few years. And it's really important for us for several aspects. It's really to, really the two key themes are security and prosperity. So cybersecurity is really important when developing a digital economy. Most businesses now are online or have an element of digital presence. So it's very important that they are securing their data, their networks and their devices. And then also, this also on the prosperity side leads to jobs, job creation, and supporting that digital economy vision. So that's why we're here, to help those two key themes of really security and prosperity. I think SMEs provide 40% of Kenya's GDP. Over 95% of businesses, small and medium enterprises in Kenya, businesses are SMEs. 48% of those SMEs are female run, which is really important to the UK in terms of that addressing the gender imbalance and promoting more female activity in business, digital economy, and also in tech. And And also 30% of all new job creation comes from the SME sector, so very important. And SMEs are quite vulnerable. They have generally a low level of maturity when it comes to cybersecurity, and also quite often they don't have adequate funding, so they have low levels of funding compared to the big multinational companies. So we're sort of targeting SMEs. That's a focal point for us to develop the cybersecurity awareness, and also this will also support job creation.
Cybersecurity is actually security hygiene for an organization, and also as organization we use devices, technology devices like computers, like phones, IP and voice telephony, and all these devices and gadgets that are in a work environment need to be protected together with the users, because they harbor data for the organization, which is something that is very confidential for the organization. And actually when it's compromised or it's at stake, it's going to do more harm than good to an organization. So cybersecurity is very important because it's the data hygiene or security hygiene for an organization. We have not experienced most of these challenges, but some of them maybe have been silently experienced by the organization. Maybe we're just not aware, and not being aware whether there's been challenges does not mean there are no challenges. For example, maybe there are challenges like virus attack to computers. There are some like worms, there are some like social engineering, and also most of the things that affect organization is insider threats. Sometimes people can explore social engineering, which actually thrives on people's emotion to compromise an organization. Someone can call maybe our accountant and tell them they're supposed to pay an invoice, and without knowing maybe the email is coming from, looks like it's coming from a reputable source, or actually looks the same like for the director of the organization, and that person, instead of thinking before acting, they respond to that message. That is what we call phishing. That is a phishing attack, and before we know it, the whole organization security is at stake. So some of the challenges maybe have been, they're not major, but they have been experienced, and it's actually key when we are coming for such trainings to learn what we can do to protect ourselves, especially as small and medium enterprises.
Cyber hygiene is very important for SMEs because most of the SMEs now have embraced technology in the way they work, in selling their goods, in doing banking, in using mobile money. So if their money, their stock, and their finances are on online systems, they need to be able to know how to secure them. For example, most SMEs actually sell online, so they have online shops. They use mobile banking, so you can find sometimes they are being called by criminals and being asked for their PINs or passwords, or they are being told to transfer money, that the bank is calling them they should transfer money or give their sensitive information. Also, SMEs, they have to comply with laws. There are so many laws that govern cyber space, like for example, privacy and how they should collect information, data protection and things like that. So SMEs actually need to understand these issues because they affect their day-to-day running of businesses.
SMEs deal with a lot of personal data and sensitive personal data, so they ought to be very, very keen on data protection by virtue of them just dealing with their clients' data, their employees' data, and third-party data of the people they contract with. So SMEs don't even know they're facing these challenges because most of them are unaware that they're bound by the Data Protection Act. So the first thing is awareness. They need to know that there are these laws on data protections, these regulations on data protection that they ought to abide with. So the first thing is awareness. The second thing is they think that implementing the act is costly, which it is, because you need to sometimes you need to get an external data protection consultant like myself to prepare the policies, to train your staff. So there's a cost effect in implementing the acts and the regulations to the act.
We work across, as you may know, Kenya, Nigeria and South Africa. Across all three countries, the ultimate aim is promoting and creating a safe digital cyberspace for all, for businesses, individuals alike. I think that's the overall importance for us. It's core to us, to all of the projects across all of the countries that we work in. I guess in Kenya more specifically, I'm the Kenya lead for the Africa Cyber Programme. I guess in Kenya more specifically, we know from discussions with our local partners, from yourselves, from local government departments, that the governmental transformational digital agenda that's been launched in the last couple of years, the importance is on rolling out digitalisation in a secure and safe way for citizens across Kenya, outside Nairobi, outside big cities, to those who might not necessarily have a huge amount of knowledge on cyber hygiene best practices. For us, the importance is helping in any way we can on delivering that to those individuals in a safe and accessible way. We hope that this is timely, our work in cyber awareness with yourselves as KICTANet, with organisations like the ICT Authority, with the Communication Authority, but equally with our work across law enforcement and the criminal justice system hopes to do that.
Stop, think before you act, especially when using the internet. These are my takes from today's show. What's yours? Talk to us. The hashtag is TakeOnTech at KBC Channel 1. My name is Stephanie Ayata. We meet next week, same time, same place.